The bizarre world of expats in Cebu. I've heard people go down to Davao and CDO and they said the expat communities are a lot better there, and I would have to agree with them because it can't be any worse. This case was a friend of mine had gone to a bar that was owned by a Belgian guy. The Belgian guy had been known to the local police and been arrested for being with minors and other problems. My friend was unaware of all this when he got invited to the bar. So he went to the bar to meet up with somebody else, another friend, and basically this guy that owned the bar turned up, come and sat with him for whatever reason, and was chatting away. Then a teenager turned up, 14, 16-year-old teenage boy with a young girl. Brought the young girl to their table, and the young girl sat with him. And my friend asked, like, who's this girl? And the Belgian guy said his daughter. What happened next was the Belgian guy went to the toilets. My friend asked the girl directly, who's this guy? And she said her boyfriend. And what happened next was when he came out the toilets, my friend knocked him unconscious. And the reason I knew about all this happening is the following day, my friend turned up at my door asking for some help because he assaulted this guy and he'd filed a case at the local court, at the local police station. Now, in the Philippines, they have a knock for knock. So if you go and file a case against the other guy, then they'll just cancel each other out. They're very likely, neither of them will bother you. The police ain't going to bother you from either side. They just took his knock to knock, word for word. So I just advised him to go and file a case against the other guy, and pretty much that was the end of that. But at the same time, I had concerns about this guy being a child predator. So I spoke to a police friend of mine, and he introduced me to the head of the child protection unit for Cebu. And the odd thing is, that same bar, because the guy came and visited me at my house, that same bar, the police were looking at 5 different expats in the same place, all related to a motorcycle group there, still there now. Now, you probably think, well, is it a paedophile ring? Is it something dangerous or something vulgar? I do not know to this day who was doing what or whatever, because originally there used to be another bar before this Belgian guy in another location, but the owner drank himself to death. But what happened when that bar was closing down, expats were filing cases against each other just out of being idiots. Because it's very easy to file a case in the Philippines, and too easy in many cases. In this case, they ended up putting a load of people on the wanted list for the child protection unit, and I'm sure some of them would have been involved in something, but not for the number of people they'd actually, the police had took an interest in. But that's how I ended up getting involved with the child protection unit in the Philippines, because I do and did help get rid of some of the bad expats that are there involved in child abuse, because I'm a strong believer in the Philippines doesn't need these predators and parasites coming in from other countries. B, that the children shouldn't be objected to this stuff and subjected to this stuff, and people that are coming from the West shouldn't think they're safe and secure by coming into the East and doing it. And on top of that, I just don't like it. I've got kids. At the end of the day, I can't sit by and not do nothing. So I do and still do help the police when I can, and I'm a strong believer in getting these horrible people out of the Philippines that either should go and rot in jail in the Philippines or shouldn't even be arriving. The other side of this is it's from the police point of view that the Philippines police get run down all the time as being corrupt and bad people. There are some good people in there, and I've worked with some very nice professional people that have a very difficult job because there is corruption and they are fighting against problems even within their own system. That's all I can really talk about on that sort of stuff, because it's just very peculiar situation to be in. But as an expat, I'm an expat, and in the expat community, I want to rid the Philippines of as many of these child predators as possible, because there is no place on earth for these people. And if I can do my bit, I'll do my bit, and I have done. But peculiar world of the expats in the Philippines. There's, like I said, strange thing is people reporting each other to the police, knowing it'll create chaos. But on top of that, they did flag up some people that needed investigating. That's all I can say on that.